Well, hello, hello, hello. Happy Thursday evening. I am TUNEP, and I am really, really thrilled to be here with my good friend, Dr. Michael Gross.
Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Michael Gross. Thank you for joining us.
We are thrilled. We come every Thursday night at 7 o'clock, and we are thrilled to bring a powerful message to you. So I will get right to the introduction for Michael so that you can share your topic of the power of your reality. How about that one, Michael? I think that's a
I
great
can't wait.
topic.
I can't wait.
I know. Okay, here we go. Dr. Michael Gross is a professional keynote speaker, energy transformational coach, an entrepreneur, and the author of the Spiritual Primer, applying God's 12 transformational laws to reawaken your soul by reconnecting to God, the true source, to experience your true sources, love, joy, and happiness. He helps you achieve an unlimited life. For over 30 years, Dr. Michael Gross has been a spiritual teacher, a multidimensional healer, a transformational coach who is exceptionally skilled in all aspects of soul over soul frequencies, vibrations, body timing, life force energies, and oh, so much more. Michael holds many degrees, some of which include Doctorate of Alternative Healing Psychology. He's also a Reiki master and a teacher, thought field therapist, certified professional hypnotherapist, and a non denominational minister. Dr. Michael Gross offers workshops, and I cannot wait for the announcement that's coming at the end of this podcast on his upcoming workshop. Okay, Michael, we have to make sure that people know about it. He offers workshops in reconnecting to God, the true source, cellular release, manifestation protocols, energy multidimensional healing, enlightenment, and many, many others. Michael is also an international intuitive consultant for corporations, and he's traveled over half the world. His clients are in USA, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, South America, Asia, and other countries, and his messages are now even being heard in the Baltic countries, Sweden, and in South Korea. I am thrilled and honored to be a part of this podcast, and I turn this over to you, Michael. Take it away. I'm going to put his contact information in the comments, okay? So make sure that you write down his numbers, okay? Take it away, Michael.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. What a wonderful period in our life that we're coming through. This is the year 2025, and the reason I'm mentioning it is because you may be watching this a year later or 2 years later or whatever, because the information pertains forever in your life. What I'd like to discuss with you this very moment is about your life. And have you ever thought that you are creating your reality? And the reality you're creating is what your thoughts and what you believe in. So we're going to do a little micro and then macro understanding. Whereas micro means tiny little bit, macro is big story. So the micro is that when you get up in the morning, you're angry or upset, what are you doing? You are creating an energy, a vibration of your reality is that you're going to be frustrated. Guess what? The rest of the day, you're going to be frustrated, whether it be traffic or someone else. Or you wake up in the morning and you say, it's a great morning, it's going to be wonderful, and I'm going to get so much work done. And bang, you get so much work done. Or you come home and say, you know, uh, my wife's never home. She's busy with her girlfriends. I'm always alone. She doesn't care about me. Congratulations, you just manifested your reality. You probably never thought about it that way. But your thoughts, the old cliche thoughts are things, your belief system, your thoughts you're creating 24/7. And the old story whether your gas tank is half full or half empty. If it's half empty, you're afraid you might not have enough to get home. And you're going to worry. But if it's half full, hey, I got more than enough to get home and do whatever I so desire to do. So it's a shift in your thinking and in your energies. And that's what's so important. How do you change your thinkings and energies? Well, first you have to realize that your reality, and we're going to micromanage now, changes by the minute. So you go into work and you get in there late and you're frustrated and you got a bad morning, and then you sit there and have a cup of coffee or whatever you do. Then maybe you take a little break, say, I'm going to change this day. It's going to be one of joyous and happy. I can feel it in my bones. I know I can bring it in there. And what happens? The rest of your day filled with joy and happiness. So when you realize this, that you are recreating and creating and recreating and recreating your reality by your moods and your thoughts. So you're creating it by your thoughts and your moods, and you're recreating it because of it's unpleasant or pleasant, whatever it is. So maybe you come home and you say, my wife doesn't, or husband doesn't pay much attention to me. Or maybe you say some other sarcastic things to yourself. Or, no, I never get a good boyfriend. I never make enough money. I never blah, 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 blah. So remember the old cliche, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, cancel. And replace it with a positive thought. I make more than enough money. Everything I desire is in my life, and it comes quickly, rapidly, and easily. And then the person, well, I said it, nothing happened. 3.7 seconds went by and nothing occurred. Well, of course not. You send out the energy, and you got to give it a few moments to gather, the vibration and frequency out into the ethers to bring it back into your reality. How fast do you want it in your reality? It can be milliseconds, or it can be years. What's the difference besides the time frame? Time frame is, what is your reality? What is your belief? What is your acceptance? And so I always talk about FABA, faith, belief, and acceptance. And you are doing it, your reality changes it by your faith, by your belief, and by your acceptance unconsciously, but you are creating it. So everything in your life is, how come they have a fancy car and a big house and have plenty of money, and XYZ doesn't, and how come I don't? Well, my answer to you is, why don't you? Well, I'm trying everything I can do. Well, first of all, you're trying. What's wrong with that? TRYING. It means you never get it. You're always trying. Well, I hope it's going to happen. Congratulations. You'll never get it because you're hoping. Well, I wish I'm going to receive it. Congratulations. You're going to be wishing. So your reality is how you behave, how you think. And why don't you think in the moment? Why don't you put your foot down, your hand down, and say, this moment, I'm changing everything in my life to bring more joy and happiness. My answer, congratulations. And then, well, I tried it and day went by and nothing happened. So you had an expectation that it would happen instantaneously. Yes. And what was the other thought? Well, it's not here yet. Yeah, you just blocked it. No, I didn't. I said it. I'm not blocking it. It's not here yet. Yes, you are. The mere fact you said it's not here yet, you have blocked the reality in your life of creating whatever you so desire for that moment. One of the things I always say, and I share how we create things in our life, say, I give thanks for anybody that ever bought me breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Actually, I give thanks to anybody bought me breakfast, lunch, or dinner. And you repeat it back and forth like a little kid. Humorous, right? And you're laughing, and it puts you in a good mood. Your whole energy changed, and now you attracted that. So then I have people say, well, I tell them do it 3 times a day or more. They go, well, my mother bought me breakfast. That doesn't count. Of course it counts. Well, I thought it had to be a stranger. Why does it have to be a stranger? Does your stomach care whether your mother bought it or a stranger? Oh, your stomach knows, this is pretty good stuff. I'm going to enjoy it. That's all it cares about. Why do we as human beings place limitations? And the answer is because you don't think you're worthy. And you go, I'm worthy. Okay. Well, if you're worthy, then why are you creating some doubt and wondering whether it's going to happen? If you're wondering whether it's going to happen, it is doubt. Doubt creates a block because you don't believe you're worthy. And sometimes, I remember I was doing a reading for one of the ladies, and I said, the love of your life's coming in 1 year. And this was, I mentioned this before, this was December 24th. And so she called me on 23rd. Hasn't happened yet. Well, we got 1 more day. 24th, she went to a party, met her old boyfriend. They hadn't seen each other in 20 years. They started dating each other, and the magic happened. Went right down to the wire. So who cares? It happened. No expectations, no attachments. Just let it happen. To you wanted to say something while I have a swig of my water here without any olives in it.
I'm sorry we didn't stick them in the bottle first. But, but here's my question: when we do the like what you're saying, no expectations, no attachments, and that type of thing, how do we stop ourselves if we realize that we've got expectations and we're creating blocks? Because you're absolutely right, things happen. I love the breakfast, lunch, and dinner thing, because every time I get some, if every time someone buys me a meal, I'm always singing like a little girl now because of what you've taught us. It's wonderful, because one day I had lunch and dinner on someone else. It was wonderful. I thought, oh, I got a double header, right? But how do we stop those blocks? Do you have any extra little tips for us?
Sure. We are pre-programmed to think a certain way. And the programming up to the age of 7, we're a blank slate. We learn our belief systems from our family, friends, relatives, churches, whatever. And then, my saying, then we take the rest of our life doing some of those belief systems. But how do you change them? First of all, you have to ask yourself, why am I doubting it? Why am I holding back on it? Because well, as a very good soul who passed on, David Muller, said, reverse engineering. And so reverse engineering, reverse your thoughts. How do I create a new belief system? Why do I believe in this old belief system? Well, the old belief system is you tried it and it didn't work. You tried it and didn't work, and so you don't believe it's going to work. But here's the fallacy. It did work. Well, I never got what I wanted. That's right. You manifested. It did work. Well, how did I do that? Your doubt blocked it. You didn't think it occurred. You don't think you're worthy. You don't have belief. You don't have faith. You created it. See how powerful you are? You created the block. Well, why would I do that? I don't know. Why would you do that? That's my answer to you. Figure it out. Take some responsibility. Stop being the victim. And then you begin to say, oh, okay. And you begin to look at it. And then you change your thinking. Sometimes by leaps and bounds, sometimes by inches or millimeters, makes no difference, as long as you change your belief system. So when I talk about your reality, what I'm talking about, your reality is, something that's lofty and not out there. Your reality is whatever you're thinking at that moment, at what you're creating, what you're willing to accept, and what you have faith and belief in. And that could be that you're unworthy. That's your faith and belief and acceptance. Or it's never going to happen. That's your faith and belief and acceptance. Or it's going to be too much work. Faith, belief, and acceptance. You're doing it over and over and over and over again, but you don't realize it. So instead of going, all right, bad, you go, I got it. I got it. Something interesting, and we talk about energy and vibrations, and the scientists measured something. In the old days, when a kid was male or female, made no difference, screwed up in school, they were made to sit in a corner and put on this dunce hat, like it looks like an upside down ice cream cone on their head. Do you know what it did? It made the person smarter, because what happened is it contained the energy from leaving the brain instantaneously, leaving your body by slowly going there. But as the teacher's talking, it's gaining new information, and actually it's making them more aware of things that are happening. Kind of interesting. They never thought about that. They thought it was a punishment. You wanted to say something.
I did, because I think sometimes what we end up doing is, like you're saying, that we're all programmed by the age of 7. And I think that certain situations will continue to confirm that programming, and you start feeling really, really negative to that poor me, I'm a victim mindset. And I know that that's where I was when I first met you, even though I didn't realize I was there, because I thought, hey, my life is actually very nice right now. But when we catch ourselves in that mindset, do you have any suggestions for the people that recognize that and what they can do to move through that?
Yes, there's a couple of things you can do. First, you have to change your vibrations and energies. Well, how do I do that? Get yourself in a good mood. Well, how do I do that? Maybe listen to some music for 15 minutes. It makes you feel happy. Maybe one of the things I do, and Tio knows this, before I go to sleep at night, I like to watch the old comedians and I like to laugh. So I go to sleep happy. You know, Rodney Dangerfield's one of my favorite, but there are many others that, I just think are funny and all get out. So I take a look at YouTube, find one of them, and just laugh. It's great. So that's another thing, music or something that makes you laugh. The other thing is that sitting down and saying, I'm going to meditate. And that's very, very powerful. So I want to talk a little bit about meditation. There's transcendental meditation. Oh, everybody's got a different kind of meditation. Do they work? I'm assuming they do work. My preference in gold is called the breath of enlightenment. And you inhale dream and exhale heaven. So that's my preference. That's what I teach. Why do I teach and share it? Very good, because my soul and the true source said this is the best one. I go, cool. So what happens when you do that? Inhale dream and exhale heaven. Well, first of all, it stops your mind from wandering. I got to get the laundry done. I got to go shopping. I get the oil change. Dream heaven, dream heaven. So you get a little beat going. So focus on dream heaven. What else does it do? Well, it works with your soul to bring in a vibration and energy to heal physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Not what you desire, you can request it, but what the soul says, now we got to get this done first. Well, why would the soul override your thoughts? Try building a house from the second floor instead of having a foundation. Think about that. And why dream heaven? Why not chewing gum or hot fudge? Well, the answer is, of course, every word has a frequency and energy and vibration. And so dream heaven are the second two most powerful words. Inhaling dream and exhaling heaven. What it is, you're inhaling lots of oxygen. You're also inhaling the vibration of dream heaven. So if you stop to think about dream heaven, number one, remember what I said, it works with your soul to help heal whatever the soul desires to heal. Number two, stops your mind from being all over the place. But there's an old saying, if you can dream it, you can achieve it. Okay. Why? Why does that really work? Because in your dreams, you don't have the obstacles. Well, is it going to really happen? Am I worthy? How is it going to happen? What is going to happen? You just dream it happens. And in that state, your frequency and energy is so high that you are actually bringing forth an energy that will create that dream into your life. So some people say, well, what about a bad dream or a negative dream? That's your fears and your doubts. And if you're living in your fears and doubts, it'll happen because you believe it's going to happen because you're unworthy in your mind, lack of self-love, self-esteem. And if you do that, you're going to create it. So if you have a negative or threatening dream, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, cancel, cancel, cancel. This dream is never going to happen. It's just from my subconscious ego trying to create chaos. I'm now totally fine and healed, or it's never going to happen. See, we have to understand that. We have to understand that our reality changes by what we do. So last night, some friends called me up, said, hey, let's go to dinner. I said, okay. So went to dinner. I'm looking forward to it. I got in a great mood. We go to a place. Yeah, we went to dinner, and this happened to be at a country club. And then all of a sudden, some friends showed up. Wow, what a great time. What a great dinner. Had a ball. Enjoyed everybody. And everybody was laughing because my reality changed. From the work I was doing in serious to laughter and joy. So it all depends upon what you're doing, what you're thinking. So if you realize you are the master creator of your reality, which is how you live your life, now you take responsibility. Would you want to create chaos? Would you want to create pain and hate and hunger? Do you really want to punish yourself? So sometimes we human beings get a little depressed. Well, nothing works. I don't deserve this. Congratulations, you change your reality. Let me duck. Here it comes. Zing, it comes right in. Those of you who Iron Man, I think it was in Marvel mystery movies, which I enjoyed because I love the fantasy, he would call for his outfit. Here it comes. Zoom. he'd be in that outfit, Iron Man, and with all the things that he did. And I happened to be watching one of them, and someone was trying to kill him. It's not going to work. Where are you now? Well, then he said, things are going to change. Where are you now? And he said it 3 or 4 times. All of a sudden, there comes his outfit, comes flying in. It was kind of humorous. But the thing that you get out of that is that you, when I watched it, just don't be impatient. It's going to happen at the perfect time. When I was a child, they used to have these little books, and they're so empowering. It was subconscious, like the little train that think I could, I think I can, I think I can drive, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can, I think. What a subtle message. It says I think I can. Means I think means I have some belief that I can do that. These are some of the beautiful things that we have in that time when we were growing up that's been lost because they think it's too mature or whatever it is, and so on and so forth. I don't want to address all the cartoons and things like that. Some of them, the parents said, were very violent. And, I guess they were, but we knew it wasn't true. We knew it was make believe. We laughed, we understood it. And somehow some parents decided that they're creating this unbalanced fear, doubt, whatever they're doing. The reality of the parents was to protect the child. For the child's reality, this was make believe. He or she knew it, but the parent had to be overprotective. So sometimes we have to learn certain things. I had a nursing home, and my nurse used to say, we eat a pound of dirt before we die. That was her expression. And you know what? We probably do. When we played in the sandbox, because they don't do that anymore. Heaven forbid they get a little sand on you. But we got scratches, we got cuts, we did all this, but it built up our immune system. And so we became more resistant. And what do we do now? Kids are in their computers and going to make a play date. What do you make a play date? Why can't the kid call up, hey, Bill, Jane, Sarah, come on over. Let's have a party. Let's get together. No, the parents have to make a play date. So you know what you're doing? You're making your son or daughter dependent upon you as the adult to create fun or joy in their life instead of the child thinking about creating love and joy in their life. I'll just share one other thing. We're getting towards the end, but not quite. It's interesting. I was watching my son and my daughter. And so they had some, for their time, sophisticated toys. You know what they loved? Taking out the pots and pans, taking a wooden spoon and banging on it, laughing, pretending it was drums. Well, that's not very educational enough. We have to get them a computer or something like that. No, it is educational. You know why? Because they were having fun. They figured out having fun. They didn't need any brilliant toys, something sophisticated. They figured it out. And it's so amazing. So if we look about all those things and how we've changed, and I remember, it's probably going to be a little controversial here, but it's okay. So in those days I was growing up, we played war, we played cowboys and Indians, we had cap guns. That's what we did. And, oh, it's horrible, it's horrible. Yeah, it really was. One became a bishop, one on the chain of gas stations. Another one of them became a doctor. Actually, two became doctors. Another one owned a chain of rental car agencies. Yeah, they did terrible things.
I did that too, Michael.
Yeah.
We had our house was in the end of a cul-de-sac. And my mom always said, just go out. I'll call you when dinner's ready. Don't come back. Go play. And that's exactly what we did. And my daughter's favorite toy was a cardboard box when she was tiny. So
yeah.
I can totally relate to what you're saying right now, Michael. And look at us. We're still okay.
It is. And the simple things of life is what's so enjoyable. My father take me out going fishing. He never, even if I didn't catch a fish, we went fishing or playing, Babe Ruth baseball, Little League baseball, or playing soccer or whatever we did. And now everything has changed. And what we are doing is depriving ourselves of critical thinking. So think about critical thinking. It means that we are thinking how to create more fun in our lives. It's very genius. Well, who's in charge of making me have more fun in my life? Me, not your mom, your dad, not your wife, your children. You are. So understanding that as we're winding down in time is critical thinking. Also, your reality has to do with your thinking. So what you think, you create. What you create, you experience. Thank you for joining us. And you want to say something?
I do. You have a couple of beautiful comments here, okay? I
Sure.
just wanted to share before you go into the other part. Um, one lady, Inga, says, the less stuff our parents gave us, the more creative we learn to be.
That's true.
And
Good point. Thank you.
Krista said she's still doing her dream heaven meditations, and she's now turned her little boy's room into a beautiful meditation room. And
Beautiful.
as a child, she also climbed trees and loved it.
There you go. All right.
So,
Yeah.
so I just wanted to make sure you heard those. That was such beautiful messages. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you. That is beautiful. And it reminds me when I got a cut and I'd be crying, they put some iodine. Oh boy, that burned. Put the iodine, finally got mercurochrome. Maybe you may not know that. And a band-aid to go, okay, go out and play. That's it. And you learn to be a little tough because you realize we're taking care of this and you learn to be tough. So you means what it means is when you have a challenge in your life, you can overcome it. You don't have to look for somebody to help you. So these are the things that are missing in our life. These are the things that creating our reality and our life by our belief systems. Now I'm going to change the subject because of a couple of things that are coming up. And one of the most important things to me is I'm doing the manifestation protocols. There are 12 protocols. It's going to happen March 14th, 15th, and 16th.
It's a
So
beautiful
March,
workshop.
thank you. So March 14th Pacific time from 5:30 to 7:30, just a shorty. Saturday from 9:30 to 6, and then Sunday from 9:30 to 4. So many souls are going to say, well, I don't give up that time. That's cool. Don't give up that time. Go out and play and do whatever you want, and then live in the same drama and life you're creating for yourself. So an opportunity is given to us to change our lives. And I remember reading in the ancient times, how did Jesus and other people get people to come to listen to a sermon? Free food. And nothing has changed. If it's free, they're going to attend. But this is an opportunity to do something for yourself, to recreate your life and your dreams. And that's so important. So if it's important for you to change your life or create your life, enhance your life, please. There'll be information how you can contact me. So you're kind of wondering how much. I'm not going to tell you. Well, I'll be telling you later. First, you got to decide if it's right for you. And if you, I'm going to ask you why to see if you're ready for it. And I'll give you a hint. You tell me you want to be rich, I'm going to tell you go for it, but don't take the manifestation protocols because it's about manifesting love, joy, health, happiness, prosperity, abundance, long life. It's all everything. And if you listen to the founder of Apple and Steve Jobs, he was a billionaire. And then when he had what kind of cancer was it?
Pancreatic, I think.
Pancreatic cancer, he said money can't buy health. Hello, but you can manifest health. You can turn around and have a 180-degree perfect health. We hear about the miracle healings. It all has to do with this. Anyway,
So,
if you're interested,
Michael?
yes.
Sorry for interrupting, but what I'm going to, let's go ahead and let the people know that if they go to drmichaelgross.com/workshops, there's information on that manifestations protocol workshop coming up. Okay. It's already in there. And it's also, I posted it on Michael's page and on mine. There's people that are asking. That's why I wanted to make sure they know. So we'll make sure I'll add that to, we'll keep, drmichaelgross.com/workshops. Make sure you put the S on the end, and then you should be able to get in, okay? Thank you,
Thank
Michael,
you.
for letting me interrupt.
So just to fill you in, I do a manifestation reunion, and after about a year, it dwindles those who come to it. And I said, well, how's it going, gang? It's working great. It's working great. Everything's happening. That's the idea. Because if you can change your life and have a lot of joy at every level, then your investment in it is pennies compared to using it for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years of your life. Now, I'm not trying to hype you by telling you it's an absorbent fee. It isn't. But I want to hear from you why you desire to do it. So either we'll have a telephone call or you can text me or email me or whatever. I will be giving a scholarship to one person who shows a genuine need for it. And there'll be 2 complimentary gifts that are very, very powerful. So, food for thought. The next thing is, I would like all of you to tell everyone to come and listen to TU and I on Thursday evening from 7 to 7:30 Pacific time, or watch what I call the reruns. It's fairly important. Push the subscribe button. Tell more and more people this, because now we're going into the age of Aquarius. It's about community. It's about love, truth, honesty, compassion. It's about recreating your life and also eliminating and healing any negative karma. This is what you're going to be going through the next 20 years, most specifically the heavy part of it the next 2 years. So why not make it easy? Now, on Tuesday evenings from 6:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Pacific time, it is called Soul Awakening. What is that? It's done on freeconferencecall.com. And you call in, and you know what I say, you can be in your pajamas, nobody will know, and you can ask some questions. And if you don't want to ask any questions, listen, maybe you'll learn something and maybe you'll remember something. And then I deliver a 10-minute message to you. Would you tell them how to get in touch with us?
Absolutely. That number for that Tuesday night call in is 202-926-1059. And the access code, Michael?
125-446-pound. One more time.
202-926-1059. And the code, Michael?
125-446-pound. Now, using the same telephone number, the same code, the second Saturday of every month, I do with it's one of my pet projects. It's called the Mass Consciousness Healing. And it starts at 9:55 a.m. Pacific time, and it goes to 11:01 in the morning Pacific time. And here's the beautiful part. As we go from 9:55 a.m. to 11:01 p.m. Sorry, 9:55 a.m. to 11:01 a.m. All right. After 5 minutes, we go into silence. And as we go into silence, if you call in and you don't hear anything, don't hang up. I'll know that another soul has joined us, and make sure you're also part of this mass consciousness healing. It's a very exciting thing. You become one with that love energy, permeates your body. You feel so good. And we cover this planet and everything that exists in it in an umbrella of unconditional love. And I'll tell you what's going on right now around the world. We need it more than ever. So please spread the word and join us. And another very important thing is that on that Tuesday night, I deliver a 10-minute message. I call it, the replay. So what is that all about? Well, there are about 357 or 8. Starts at number 3 and it goes up to that. You're stuck in traffic. You're angry. You had a bad day. You're tired or you can't sleep. All you need to do is dial in this number on your phone or on your computer, and this is what you'll get.
That number is 434-300-4170. And the code, Michael?
125-446-pound. One more time.
Okay. 434-300-4170. And the code, Michael?
125-446-pound. So it's a 10-minute message. You're stuck in traffic, like I say, or you don't know. So you're probably saying, well, there's 353 and it starts at number 3 to 356. I mean, Which one should I listen to? And what happened is I forgot to label them. True Source said, no, you don't. You didn't. You want to read through 353 labels? No. Let your soul trust. Faith, belief, and acceptance. Trust that'll be the right one. And I can't tell you how many phone calls I get just when I needed to hear. So please take advantage of this. It will change your life and make you very happy. One more item, and that is that I give a complimentary session, half an hour to 45 minutes. So there's a telephone number, but I am old school and I'm happy to be old school. Do not, they say a lot of times, text me, call me, and if I don't pick up the phone because I may be busy working with someone, then leave a text message. Okay. So I see a phone call, I look at that number under text messages. Yep, that person desires something. Okay. If you text me, I'll get to it. It could be 2 o'clock in the morning. You don't want to hear from me at 2 o'clock in the morning. You want to get your beauty rest. And then I may forget altogether for a couple of days to do it because other messages are coming in. So take advantage of this, the complimentary session. I'm not going to sell you anything. All I'll end up is, if you want to do more work or need more help, let me know. That's my sales pitch, period. No pressure. You won't get a lot of emails saying, you can buy this chewing gum. It's going to make you healthy besides rotten teeth, but we won't say that. Anyway, just a little humor there. So everyone, thank you. Spread the word. And one more thing. And the other thing is, do a little marketing here. This is brought to you by the new, improved Healing the Holes in Your Soul. I could have said Tide, but we'll talk about this. This is a beautiful book written by Tio Knapp, and it's all about the phoenix, the mythological bird rising from the ashes. It's about overcoming doubt, fear, abuse, all kinds of challenges she had in her life that changed her life completely. It's inspiring. It's true. So it's an autobiography, and it's something you need to read because there'll be something in it that will help change your life. So this
Thank you, Michael, for your kind words. Thank you, Michael, for your kind words. And the foreword is actually written by Dr. Michael Gross.
Oh, I know that guy.
Yeah, we both know that guy. He wrote this awesome book, okay? And I highly, highly, highly encourage that everybody get a copy of this, The Spiritual Primer, because this is packed full of golden nuggets, and you don't even know where those hidden golden nuggets are until you start reading it. But if it wasn't for this book and this incredible gentleman sitting virtually next to me, the book that he's holding would not even be in existence. And I can't tell you how grateful I am that we've had this opportunity. We've been working together for 5 years now, and I know that I am not the person I was when I first met Dr. Michael Gross. I am so much more happier, more at peace, more loving, and I highly encourage everybody to start right here and take him up on his complimentary consultation, okay? That's 30 minutes or so well spent on your side as well as his. So share this with your friends. And the only way to get his book right now is to contact one of us. And what he'll do is and we both we'll send you an autographed copy with a special message made just for you. Okay? So take care. Michael, I can't thank you enough for being here every Thursday night, all the things that you share with us, the beautiful nuggets that you give us to hold on to, especially when life gets challenging as it sometimes does.
Thank you. And I want to thank all of you who joined us. I really appreciate it. One other item, and that is if you go to Dr. Michael B. Gross YouTube, you'll see the podcast that Tio and I have done. You'll see some amazing photographs with some words of wisdom taken by the award-winning photographer, Tio Knapp. So really, it's all the benefit for you. And this is all about empowering you to create a new reality that brings joy and happiness, or as my soul says, that makes my heart sing. Thank you, everyone. Take care. Remember, you are unlimited.
Thank you, Michael.
Namaste. We love you. Thank you, everyone.
Take care.